Straight out of House Springs, Missouri, where a mother-daughter died at hospital after elderly male neighbor shot them both in the head over a noise complaint. Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears up to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our states, our country, and sometimes around the world. And what is going on with this extreme level of gun violence that we see today? As I say, this kind of violence is not separated by race, by gender, by zip code, by city, by county. It is happening everywhere. And so I have a story for you straight out of House Springs, Missouri, where this is a very tragic and unfortunate circumstance that took place. We have gender here that plays in this. We have older versus younger that's at play here, male versus female, and evidently an argument ensued and it got out of hand. People do not utilize conflict resolution and mediation anymore. You can't talk through your problems. Missouri is an open carry state where damn near anybody and everybody can access or get access to a gun. Nobody has a fist fight anymore. It is the quick trigger of the wild, wild west. And so we got to get into this. This is a tragic story that took place, a mother and a daughter, and of course this elderly neighbor, if you're not aware of it. It's not going to make national news because this is white on white. This is not a story of black on black violence. This is not a story of white on black violence or black on white violence. This is white on white. So it doesn't get the national coverage or the Ben Crump and the Al Sharpton kind of coverage. The pulpit pimping and the charlatans that are out here with this race play. So this doesn't get national attention because there's no race identity play in this. And I don't like it. I'm not a Ben Crump or Al Sharpton fan. And because I think a life is a life, no matter what color you are, altercations can happen to all kinds of people. More white people commit crimes against other white people. More white police officers shoot more white pedestrians than black. But this story is unfortunate. So let's get into it. There was a shooting on Saturday, July 25th. Robert Winkleman, 73 years old. So listen to the prime details in this story of House Springs, Missouri, which is not that far from St. Louis. He walked to a neighbor's home on Deutzel Court after growing frustrated over an ongoing dispute. Investigators believe it stemmed from a dispute between neighbors related to a noise complaint. Now remember, this guy is 37 years old. The mother is in her 30s and she has a 17-year-old daughter. The mother's 38. So you got this dynamic of older versus younger. I think this is critical in this case because this is about a noise complaint. Should somebody die over a noise complaint, why not just call the police and they can get a noise ordinance? There was many other ways this could have been handled. But when you're a 73-year-old curmudgeon, probably mad at the world, probably suffering from mental illness, to go out and do this to a mother and a daughter is just unimaginable. So they had a noise complaint issue. Mr. Winkleman he went down there to the neighbor's house and began questioning the people living there about activity at the residence. So he's being nosy about what's going on in somebody else's house. So after the 38-year-old mother made a comment, Winkleman allegedly pulled out a gun and shot her in the head. Winkleman's 73, she's 38. Her 17-year-old, and this was done in front of her 17-year-old daughter. Her 17-year-old daughter rushed to help her mother when Winkleman did the unimaginable. Shot the daughter, the teen, in the head as well. He shot both of them. And there was a third person that was there that was chased by Winkleman but was not shot. So the victims, Fox 2 identified them as Jessica Lashley and her 17-year-old daughter, Jersey, a lacrosse player at Northwest High School in Cedar Hill. And I'm familiar with Cedar Hill, didn't even heard of Northwest High School. If this young lady was going into her senior year of high school, school's getting ready to begin in the next month or so. You're talking about they need guidance counselors. This is going to reverberate across this entire community. Cedar Hill and is not a big city or municipality, and everybody knows each other. They're just one arm length away from each other, and gossip is going to run rampant through that community. But I'm sure this 17-year-old lacrosse player, she was an athlete, she was popular, was loved. This is going to hurt her family. This is going to hurt her friends, the teachers, administrators. As I say, this kind of gun violence that is taking place today, no matter what color you are, we're all human. We have lost our humanity in this world today. We are quick trigger with the finger and the gun, and we don't have any way of dealing with our problems. We don't know how to deal with them. We're at a rush to judgment to commit violence against somebody. The level of inhumanity and godlessness that we're living in today is at an all-time high. So, Winkleman's arrest. Now, this not done. This tragedy continued when deputies arrived and approached Mr. Winkleman outside his own residence. He shot himself in the head. Yes. And after what he did to that mother and daughter, he should have shot himself in the head. But guess what, people? He survived and was hospitalized in critical condition. You talk about an old, mean curmudgeon. He couldn't even kill himself. So he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree assault. I don't know why he wasn't charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder right away. You got a mother and a daughter deceased right in the front yard. And then he was charged with 2 counts of armed criminal action and held on a no-bond warrant. Well, he's in the hospital in the critical condition. He may not make it, and he should not make it. Police said Monday they were in contact with prosecutors about upgrading the charges, likely reflecting the deaths that followed. So, of course, he's going to get upgraded to 2 counts of first-degree murder. Jessica, the mother, and Jersey, the daughter, Lashley, were initially in critical condition and on life support. Both died on Monday after succumbing to their wounds. So, we got understaffing of police forces all over our country and all of our cities and counties. And violence, here again, Missouri is an open carry state. Jefferson County, people always like to talk bad about, you always have this race play. As I said, if this was a situation where Winkleman was white, he shot 2 black people, this would have been on international news, CNN, Fox, and everywhere. But since it was white on white, it was only locally dropped, which is unfortunate. All human beings matter. The other part of it is Jefferson, people think the city is bad. Jefferson County is allegedly supposed to be the meth capital of the United States. And as Missouri is an open carry state, there are white folks all throughout this state of Missouri county and country that are carrying guns like crazy. And back about 6 months ago, they were in Jefferson County, they were going after a guy who allegedly shot and killed 2 to 3 deputies about 6 months ago. I'm going to do a story on him. And this was white on white. A white guy, and he had shot at the police before. So it is dangerous everywhere. As I said, Jefferson County, 5544, supposed to be the meth capital of the United States. There are all kinds of stuff going on in these counties, and violence is everywhere. So this was one of, and also in the context of that, this was one of 2 violent neighbor disputes in Jefferson County on that same weekend. So there's stuff going on everywhere. The first happened Friday night in Cedar Hill, where a 24-year-old Sammy Gordon Jr. was killed and his father was wounded in an unrelated incident. Authorities said the 2 cases aren't connected, but a local official called it alarming that 2 such violent incidences happened in the same weekend. We gotta know better and do better, people. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.